Hello, hello. Old Dad here. I just got done watching WrestleMania Saturday. Fantastic. It was fantastic. Some winners I got, some I didn't. Some of my predictions were off. Some of my dreams crushed. Let's get into this. I'll tell you all about it. Hello, hello. Old Dad here, and I'm watching WrestleMania. My bet for the standout star is going to be Naomi, because if Jade Cargill looks like $1 million tonight, it's because Naomi put in a $10 million performance. Now, Cypher, she's all in on LA Knight and Fatu, and she thinks the one that's going to stand out is Fatu. That's who she thinks is going to stand out. I'm loving it. I'm hoping that this is how it goes, that these are going to go. But let's get into this. Jey Uso won. Jey Uso won, and he's a move thief. That was the best part. Old Dad loved it. Gunther went to powerbomb Jey Uso. Jey Uso powerbombed Gunther. Now, don't get me wrong. Gunther was in control most of this night. He ended up going, he powerbombed Gunther. He speared Gunther. He did 3 splashes to Gunther. Ended with the sleeper hold where Gunther tapped out. Old Dad didn't see that. Jimmy came out, raised his hand. If he's a move thief, I'm all in on Jey Uso. I'm telling you. I haven't seen that forever. To where you're able to be so good that you're using their moves against them. Old Dad is all in. And on the podcast part, I went ahead and I did this. It's going to be on the podcast too. I'm excited. I love that match. He was getting the chops. That hurt. Why would I do that? I just hit myself. He was getting the chops, and Jay was laughing at the chops at one point. I think it was just like, you're wore out, buddy. Your chops don't have what they had. I loved it. That was a WrestleMania. But I love that. All right, let's get back to this. Old Dad didn't see it coming. Old Dad, whenever it come on, I'm like, oh, War Raiders got it. If it's done by Clash of the whatever, and War Raiders are dressed up as them, it's the perfect commercial. Of course War Raiders are going to win. I hate when this happens. New Day won. New Day won. Do I like New Day? Can't say I don't like the New Day. You can't just have one bad moment and then I hate you forever. It wasn't that personal to me. I felt bad for Biggie. I did, but he's thriving. He's thriving. And just to be fair, that was such a good match, and some of the stuff they did was just downright brutal. I loved it. I loved it, and they were smart. I don't know. I don't even know where to go with it. New Day wins. Old Dad's happy. That match was great. That match was great. I'm moving on to the next one. Naomi versus Jade Cargill, and Old Dad thinks he won. That match was amazing, and I'm telling you what, I expected less out of Jade Cargill. I'm sorry, but she showed out. They both looked fantastic. Their gear, man, they looked amazing. And then on top of that, that was great. There was this thing on top of the rope where Jade Cargill reversed it on Naomi, and on the way down, Naomi reversed it again. Loved that. Then, on top of her shoulders, Jade Cargill turned it into a power bomb. And seriously, don't go up top and jump on Jade. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's a bad move. She catches you. She just kept catching her. I mean, it was fun to watch. She caught her in one point and turned it into a suplex. I can't say I've seen that. I can't think of a time I've seen that. At least she did it so well that it stood out to old Dad. All right, I'm getting back to this. I think I won. All right, moving on. I'm telling you what, I'm almost tired from watching that match. I hate to see what those guys are. Old Dad will admit when he's beat. But let me tell you what, that match was amazing. I could not believe it. There was a point where Jacob Fatu jumped up on the top rope and went to do his flippy-do, and LA Knight turned it into a BFT. Jacob Fatu grabbed a hold of the rope, or it would have been over. I mean, over. Now, it ended with a Samoan drop from the top rope and two flippy-do maneuvers. I think that's the name for them. And two flippy-doos. And Jacob Fatu is U.S. champion. Does he deserve it? I'm telling you what. That match was, oh my God. That match was, oh my God. I had to take a break for a minute to catch my breath with it. That match was just better than I could have ever imagined. And I would hate to be El Grande Americano and Rey Fenix after that match, because that match was that good. But I'm getting back to this because that's what's next. Okay, so Chad Gable, no, El Grande Americano versus Rey Fenix. That was fun. That was fun. It ended up El Grande Americano wins. There was this point where Rey Fenix is running on the rope, kicks him in his head, and it was like, my foot. Because he had that metal plate in his head. And then he went to do a flippy-do thing. El Grande was waiting for him, headbutted him, knocked him out, did his flying headbutt. 1, 2. He could still be counting. He was out. The winner, by far. Anyway, going to the next part. Okay, so I'm disappointed, but that match was terrific. I thought that Charlotte Flair showed out. She always does. I thought for a couple times she was going to win. But then Tiffany Stratton went after her bad leg like a shark tasting blood. I was like, I got a feeling this is over. Charlotte Flair started doing comebacks. She was going after her leg. There was a point that she got the figure 4 in, but Tiffany Stratton just started punching that bad leg. World's prettiest moonsault. Match is over. Tiffany Stratton has earned that strap today. Tiffany Stratton, she gets to be called champion now. I mean, you could have thought this or that about Tiffany Stratton, but after that match, there's no doubt that she's the women's champion now. All right, moving to the next. I'm exhausted. I'm telling you what, that match, everywhere. It was everywhere, and I didn't know how it was going to go, but how did it go? Paul Heyman turns on CM Punk, hits him in his testicles, gives the chair to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lays into CM Punk. Then he points to Seth Rollins. He gets ready to lay into Seth Rollins. Paul Heyman hits him in his testicles. Seth Rollins stands tall. Seth Rollins, that's who I wanted. We are back. We are back to the architect. We are back to burn it down. What's best for business? Old Dad's happy. Now, I gotta say, him leaving with Paul Heyman, okay, I'm okay with that. That was amazing. Best entrance of the night goes to Tiffany Stratton. Her entrance was the best. Second best, I would have to say CM Punk. He had a whole band there. And then Seth Rollins, he started out with a blowtorch in this black outfit, switched to all white because he's the hero of the day. And he's walking away with a chair in his hand and a victory under his belt. Oh, man. Oh, Dad's happy. I'm tired. That match got me tired. Second best match, Jacob Fatu in LA Knight. I thought that was great. I don't even know what to make, how this storyline's going to go from the future. It could go anywhere. But I'll tell you what, I loved how that went. I really did. I loved how that went. It's like he got in Paul Heyman's ear, kind of like how Cypher gets in mine over here. I can't wait to see her post. Anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. Like, subscribe, share it with a friend. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Later.